Hey YouTube, what's up? It's been a while. Yeah, this is just gonna be like a quick life update kind of video telling you guys what my plans are for 2025 and how I plan to roll out some new videos in the new year and how you guys can help me come up with some new videos for the new year. So if you're interested in that at all, please let me know and stay posted. So part one, I'm back in Arizona. I used to live in Arizona, I want to say 2 years ago, and then I took a year off. Later in this video I'll get into why I left and why I came back. But I've kind of been here for a while now. I moved in like September. Currently, as of filming this, it is Saturday, November 30th. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's Saturday, November 30th, and it's almost December, and I'm like, you know what? I want to pick back up on the YouTube stuff. I want to be more engaging. I want to show more of myself to my audience. So in this video, I'm kind of going to talk about some things I'm into and how you guys can help me decide what kind of content I should make. 2 years ago, I used to live with Pink Sig and Emo Fruits. And now I still live with Pink Sig and I live with Carter Tomorrow. You guys will still probably see Fruits in a bunch of videos. We're still really good friends. We just don't live together. But yeah, he's still like one of my close homies, so you'll definitely see him around. Yeah, I've also been busy working on a new project for music. I don't know if you guys heard my new songs, Winona Ryder and Hole in My Heart, but I've been kind of branching out more into this sort of alternative rock scene, almost like shoegazy kind of sound, if you know what that is. And yeah, I've just been really trying to tweak it and work on it. I love the emo rap stuff that I was doing before, but it gets stale, dude. Like, it's not 2016 anymore, you know? So I kind of want to try out some new stuff. I always wanted to be in bands. Like when I was in high school / late middle school, high school, I was always in a lot of like garage bands and a lot of like bands. We never performed live, but we would meet up at my house and, you know, unpack drum kits and basses and guitars and just play covers and do stuff. And it was always fun, and I feel like I'm kind of tapping back into that with this new sound. So it's been really, really fun as of late. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on and tweaking. The main topic of this video is, since coming back, I haven't had a lot of good ideas. Sorry, I keep looking over here because I have the script over here, and eventually I'll nail this, but I'm still working on it. But yeah, since coming back, I haven't had a lot of content ideas, so I was hoping in this video I could talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I'm into, and then maybe we could, you know, have an exchange in the comment section, and you guys could let me know if you have any ideas for me or what I could do you know, I want to give you guys what you want. So as of right now, I'm probably just gonna start throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall. Like, I have a YouTube video planned for Christmas. This video will probably go up sometime this week. But yeah, I have a video planned for Christmas, and then I have maybe like 1 or 2 more ideas, like vlog style videos that I could do. But I want to do more like sit down kind of content, or even like deep dives. Let's start off with interest number 1, Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I love all the games. I love all the card games. I love collecting cards and gameplays of like some Pokemon games, if you guys are into that. I have a lot of Pokemon ROMs that I used to play on stream. Pokemon but not, or maybe like Nuzlocke kind of stuff. So I could do that. I could do pack openings. I love doing pack openings because I love spending all my money on cards. I have a couple new cards right now, and like only like maybe like 5% of my collection is here in Arizona. Most of them are at my parents' house. But I do have a lot of Pokemon cards, and I love playing the card game. Like, criminally addicted to not the new Pokemon Pocket game that came out, but the Pokemon TCG Online. Dude, you can't rip me off of that. That's like all I do all day long. And I have a ton of decks, and I'd love to like explain the inner workings of how it works and the meta and stuff. If you guys are interested in me like playing the card game or opening packs with maybe like some artists and stuff, because I know a couple artists who are actually like really into Pokemon. They don't really showcase it that much online, but like, you know, I know a couple in Cali, a couple out here in AZ, a couple of my friends back home. So yeah, we can definitely get that going, and it could be a ton of fun, honestly. So if you guys are into that, let me know in the comments. All right, next thing. Music. Most of you probably found me through music. That's probably what I'm most known for. I never really thought of my music making process as special because I've just done it for so long and I feel like I'm not really that good at it. But I've had a lot of people ask me about like how I get a certain sound or how to do certain things. So, you know, and I credit a lot of that to just friends I've made along the way, just teaching me stuff. And I feel like music is a lot of gatekeeping. Like, people don't want to tell you how to do stuff, so they just don't. But I think it's important just for everyone to be able to, at this point, everyone's making music, so like why still gatekeep stuff, you know? But yeah, I'd love to like give you guys like a simple tutorial on like if this is like your first time, what to buy, where to get it, how to start, you know? But also maybe we could do like music review streams. Like if you guys have music that you want me to hear, or want me to give opinions on, or even if it's your own music, you know, just I could post like something on Twitter or Instagram and maybe get like me and Carter or me and Sig or me and Fruits or someone, you know, to just come and like we could just talk about music and really just help everyone get better. I think that's we'll give you some real criticism. We won't sugarcoat it. We'll let you know really what we think, and I think that's really most important. Nobody ever wants to hear that their song is good. Like, when you show someone your song and they're like, oh, this was good. No, tell me what I need to fix to be better, to go to the next level. I think that stuff is really important. Let's see, the next thing. Wrestling. Okay, so I grew up in the PG era of wrestling. Now, what is the PG era of wrestling? It was the era dominated by pretty much John Cena and Randy Orton. Those two were like in every single main event match for like that whole time. And that's when like wrestling was like the most kid friendly, and I was a kid, so I pretty much loved it and was super into it. And I played a lot of SmackDown versus Raw 2007 with my friends, you know, and kind of reliving the ruthless aggression and attitude era through like video games. Not really watching it because I'm not that old, even though I look like I'm about 50 with this freaking beard. As I got older, I kind of like pushed myself away from wrestling, and then I got more into like anime and gaming and stuff like that, until one day my older brother invited me over to watch WrestleMania 35. My older brother, he is really into wrestling, and yeah, I was like, okay. Like, I went with my girlfriend and we just sat around. I must have been like 19 or 20, and I was like, oh, like, babe, you want to like come and watch wrestling with me and my brother? Like, it'll just be chill, like whatever. So I was like acting like I was like way too cool for it, you know? I was like, whatever, let's come and hang out with my brother. So I was watching WrestleMania 35 with my brother and a couple of other people there, like older people than me, and I was like, oh, these guys are really into it. Like, this is kind of weird. Like, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I was just really pretentious at the time about it. And as soon as I saw John Cena come out in his Thugonomics outfit, I was freaking out. It was like I was a kid all over again, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's John Cena, and he's in the Thugonomics. And my girlfriend was like, what the fuck? Like, she was like freaked out, but I was just like so happy, and she was like, why are you so happy about John Cena dressing up like a thug? Or I guess his like rapper form, whatever you want to call it, like the Thugonomics outfit. And I was just so happy. Me and my brother were just like in arms, like, yeah, this is so lit. And yeah, I don't know, I really like kind of like, that was the first initial spark that kind of like got me back into wrestling. Then I watched Shane O'Mac and The Miz. Like, Shane O'Mac did this crazy move where he went on top of the scaffolding and like jumped off the scaffolding, and he was all passed out on top of The Miz and won the match. Like, dude, that was so crazy. Like, I loved watching those clips of I'm talking about like in the past of like Shane O'Mac doing like crazy stuff. It was always like, dude, this guy's bonkers. Like, he does not need to be doing this. His dad owns the company and he's still like showing out and doing all this crazy stuff. But so that night brought me like a lot closer to my brother. I was never really that close with my brother growing up, just because we had a huge age gap, like almost like a 20-year age gap, I want to say. That night really brought us like a lot closer. After that night, I kind of like, I got back into wrestling, but like I wasn't really that much into it. Like, it kind of fizzled out for me after WrestleMania. And then 2 years ago, my brother passed away. He got hit by a car. Yeah, I don't know, it left like a really, really big hole. He was a really strong and sweet guy, and he really didn't deserve what happened to him, you know? I don't think anyone really deserves to go out like that when they're so young, and especially he just had a kid. So it was a lot, you know, it was a lot for my family. And that's the main reason why I left. My dad was feeling like, you know, he couldn't have one son gone and then another son be like on the other side of the world. I remember as soon as it happened, I flew out. It was the day before the Super Bowl. I remember it was the day before the Eagles and Chiefs Super Bowl. The Eagles lost. And yeah, dude, it was just so sad, man. Like, really, really sad. I flew out to go be with my family. Yeah, I think that's when my lease was up. I was like, I have to go back. As much as I love making music and making content, I just gave it a break for a year because it was a lot, dude. Like, I felt like I was finally getting close to my brother. As soon as we started getting close, it kind of just went away. Yeah, so that's a little depressing, but I digress. I spent a year grieving about it and really trying to take control of my life and figuring out what I wanted out of my life. And it still is this. I still want to make stuff. I just feel like I'm afraid to show people who I am. And I don't want to be afraid anymore. So going into 2025, I'm going to be showing off more of myself. And yeah, I've been having a great time. I've been getting back into wrestling. It really makes me think a lot about my brother, and sometimes when I watch stuff, I think about like what he would say if he was still here. You know, so that's really been helping me like get back into wrestling. Is like it's a string that I feel like will forever keep us tied together and keep him alive. But yeah. Maybe I can just do like videos on wrestling. Like if you guys want to ever like hear me talk about wrestling, I know I've been getting a lot of support talking about it on my story. There's some like weird energy with wrestling where like people are kind of like ashamed to talk about it until they hear someone else bring it up and they're like, oh my god, dude, I love wrestling. Like wrestling's so awesome. Did you see this? Blah, blah, blah. Like as soon as I started posting that stuff on my story, like actively being open about liking wrestling, because I really don't care what people think about me, so I'll post whatever. As soon as I saw like the overwhelming positive responses that I saw about like me actively talking about wrestling, I was like, damn, like wrestling can be cool, but I feel like there's no one out there that's really cool to talk about it. So I'd be open to like making deep dives, maybe talking about like the NWO, or talking about just like maybe what's going on currently in wrestling, just like stuff to get people interested. Because I feel like wrestling is almost kind of like the Young and the Restless, where it's like been going on for so long and it's like a continuous storyline, so people don't know where to jump in. Or like comic books, you know, it's so hard to recommend comic books to people because it's like, where do I even start? That's probably another thing I can talk about, comic books. I didn't even write that down in my notes, but I love reading comic books. But yeah, maybe like, you know, where to start in wrestling, how to get started watching wrestling, or, you know, how to get started reading comic books, stuff like that. So if you guys want to see videos like that where I just nerd out and just, you know, I can post like music videos and stuff sometimes, but I kind of want to just show you guys me, like have the YouTube channel be me, and the music stuff be the music stuff. We don't have to really mix the two. And I don't really like doing music videos. I like doing music videos for other people, but I don't really like being in music videos or having other people film my videos, because I, in my mind, have a certain way where I see them being filmed, and I feel like I can only really do that myself. So I only make videos when I can film them myself. That's possible. But anyways, I digress. Okay, last part of the video. Film. I'm super, super, super into film. I'm a huge film nerd. I have a huge collection at my house, but I brought like 10% of my collection maybe here, of movies and TV shows. And I feel like streaming is like mostly been responsible for that. Like the way streaming services are now, it feels like it feels like cable all over again, where you feel like you need like 5 different streaming services to really watch what you want. And I don't like that. Like I usually just end up I like showing people movies that I like more than actually watching new stuff. So I feel like new movies are kind of terrible. But yeah, it all kind of started with film for me when I was a kid, before I even wanted to make music or do anything, because music kind of hit for me more in like middle school. I always played instruments my whole life, played saxophone and guitar, but I never really saw it as like, I want to be a musician. This is more like just something I also do. But for film, I always told my parents when I was a kid, even when I was in elementary school, I was like, I'm gonna be a movie director. I'm not gonna do anything else but be a movie director. And as I grew older, my parents were kind of like trying to wean me off of that because they know it's kind of hard. It's a really hard profession to get into, and they wanted my expectations to be a little bit more realistic. So they were kind of like, yeah, Vinny, like, what else would you want to do besides be a movie director? And I'm like, well, music. And they're like, no, not that, not that either. Like, what else could you really do? And I'm like, I guess business. Then I went to college for business, and it was like the worst fucking thing I ever did. Like, I didn't learn shit, and I had a terrible time. So always follow your talent. Do that. All right, that's a good piece of advice to get out of this video. But anyways, I'm currently working on a short film. I've been working on the script for about a year and a half, I want to say, and it's really getting close. I have all the, I don't want to really show what it is, but I have all these note cards right here, and they're every scene of the script. And I want to say I'm at the 50% mark right now, where the script is like half done, and I just need to turn the index cards into script format, and then I'm good. And I have like 2 or 3 friends that are screenwriters that said they would help me edit it and shorten it the best to my ability. So I want to make a short film probably about like 45 minutes to an hour, not like a full 2-hour film, but definitely like something lengthy. Currently collaborating with screenwriters and potential producers / people who can turn this into a reality, because I have some money saved up, and I think it would be really fun to just have something with my name on it, and potentially either put it on this channel or put it on like a only like short films channel. But yeah, I could like vlog you guys through that process and like the whole process of making the film step by step, sort of like a behind the scenes kind of thing. So if you guys are into that, I could do that. Also, I could just talk about movies that I really like, and kind of give my reviews on like newer movies, or talk about older movies, like deep dive discussion sort of things, because I'm the kind of person where I watch the director commentary, actor commentary. Like, if you've ever seen like a Criterion DVD, I watch like all the extras, and then just like really like, I remember the last movie I did that with, I think, was Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That movie was amazing, and I've just watched all the extras, and like I could just got into it as much as possible, and like I read the book, and like I just love like completely immersing myself into this fake world, because that's what people want. Sometimes they want an escape from reality, and if a story or a movie is that good, it makes you feel like, I need to know more about this. Like, don't give me, like, they leave you with 95%, and you still have to look for that other 5% yourself, you know, like get a little bit more info to fill in the blanks. All right, that's it for today. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, but more importantly, leave a comment and let me know what you guys want to see from me, because I really want to start putting stuff out. So the more comments you leave, the more potential videos I'll make, and then we can both have a good time doing this and hanging out. So, okay, I love you all. This is it for this video, so bye!